All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. Look at the spin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The first carry for the 2nd-year man, Joe Mixon. And a nice spin into some open field. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there, 82 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Off play action. Finley steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Finley. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Finley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Hey, let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Finley. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the...
Lucky 56, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on first down, Finley. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, 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 Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
On 1st and 10, Finley. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. Finley towards the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on 3rd down, Finley. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 1st down, Finley looking middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Finley. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. To throw on 2nd down. Finley pushing through the contact. That's complete. Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 21-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
21.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. That's fielded in the end zone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
22!
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep. He's got it at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Single receiver, hey. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Check three!
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now here's Ross. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! 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 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Finley. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on. And, boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away.
Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, Finley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan, and able to find Conley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Flushed out right. Going deep downfield from... This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Gone! 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 Gone!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. Here's McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.